Hey there, sports fans, Rivo here again for Caravel Gaming. Got a couple of things to say. I'm doing well at breaking even at the moment. As you can see, my gold level is just hugging that sort of 1,000 gold limit. So, not costing me anything at the moment to play this game, which is nice. However, it is costing the people I beat. But that's not my problem. Secondly, last couple of weeks we've picked up over 200 new subscribers, so big thank you to that, and keep clicking like, and more importantly, sharing the videos with those people you know. Well, let's have another trip into the arena and see what happens. Warrior Druid Hunter, let's play some Warrior. Not the greatest 3 picks to choose from for Warrior here. The Demolisher doesn't stick around too much. He tends to get silenced a lot. But compared to the other two, it might just have to be the pick here. Boulder Fist Ogre is an excellent 6-drop. I think it's okay to pick that up here. And obviously, you know, this is a no-brainer. Both of these two are unplayable, and in the middle is pretty much the most playable common in the game. Not too excited about any of these. We're probably going to have to take the Whirlwind here. Now, if we get lucky and pick up some creatures with Enrage, that improves the card considerably, and also there's a bit of card draw in there which requires damage to minions. We can also do that. So, Lord of the Arena, it's nice. Stormwind Knight, also nice. Frostwolf Grunt, not really so great in the 2-drops. I think we go with the charge here from the Stormwind Knight. Yeti is just one of the best 4-drops in the game, really. So that was quite an easy pick. And we take the Heroic Strike. It's just a removal spell. Nice easy pick here for the Silverhand Knight. The Booty Bay Bodyguard's also, you know, a good 5-drop to have, but Silverhand Knight's just a little bit more flexible here. Ogre Magi is fine, but I like the boar. Well, we have a weapon, finally. We could do with some fiery war axes a bit later. So, Gorehowl it is. Obviously the Cruel Taskmaster here. Well, we don't want another Whirlwind, and we don't really want the Core Hound either, so it's a Fen Creeper. I'm not a fan of Novice Engineer. You know, I'd much rather have the Earthen Ring Farseer here. It just allows a bit more trickery. Mortal Strike is absolutely fine. I generally prefer minions, and this one is a pretty top-notch minion, the Defender of Argus. Well, we have a weapon finally. A couple of 2-mana guys, which we'd have liked to have had, but well, Korkron Elite. I'm a big fan of minions with charge in this game. So we're halfway through, and we're getting a bit on the heavy side on the mana. I mean, we're taking the Mercenary here because it's better than these 2 cards, but we're going to look at picking up some of the cheaper cards here. This is obviously a nice easy pick of the Worgen Infiltrator. It's absolutely fine to leave this guy in stealth. You don't have to bring him out of stealth to do 2 points of damage to your opponent. You know, so just use him to kill a 3-2 if you know your opponent's got one. A little bit tougher this one, because the Mad Bomber in slow decks is amazing, because you know your opponent makes one guy. Let's say your opponent makes a 2-1 or something like that, you've got a 70% chance of killing it with a Mad Bomber if you play that on the turn after. But the Warsong Commander is also like a fantastic card here. And the Heroic Strike, as we've already seen, is solid. So we're going to go with the Commander. This is a little bit tough one because the Young Priestess is one of the best 1-drops going, and the Frothing Berserker is also a wonderful 3-drop. We are going to take the Priestess. Wow, that's a tough one. We're going to go with the Knight here. Obviously another Spellbreaker. Let's get some cheap cards going in there. Just for the sake of actually having something, we're going to take the Elven Archer. I'm not particularly proud of this pick. But we... yeah. Can we really afford a Priestess of Elune here? I'm not sure we can. Well, we obviously have to take the Battle Rage. Drawing of cards is awesome. And again, another Battle Rage. So with those in mind, we're now going to focus on getting a few cheaper cards for our deck. We could even use Inner Rage as an option here, since we've got these Battle Rages. But I think the Wolf Rider. Good old Direwolf Alpha. Solid little guy there. And the Dark Iron Dwarf, another solid guy. Even though we've got this Berserker, which, you know, if you like Whirlwind afterwards, he starts to go nuts. And also if you use the Cruel Taskmaster, he starts to get a bit crazy. I think our deck's a little bit expensive already. Obviously we've got to take the 2-drop here. No weapons at all. Sad times. So without any Fiery War Axes, I think we're really going to struggle here. We got offered 1 Cleave as well, which we didn't take. So this is quite an expensive deck. Normally you pick up lots of sort of 3 mana and 4 mana guys, and then you just have a couple of Fiery War Axes to, you know, clear out your opponent's minions right at the start. But, you know, if they don't turn up, they don't turn up, and warriors very often relying upon them. And no oozes either, so we're going to struggle against opponents' weapons.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death.
So we can keep this because, you know, we can shoot stuff for 2. If our opponent does make a guy. I think we just sit here and do nothing, really.
I hope you like my invention.
Not a particularly great turn either there. We don't really want to give him a 3-1, which is what would happen if we played the Cruel Taskmaster out there. We could like potentially coin and shoot it afterwards. But we get to take it out this turn instead.
Back to work.
One shot, one kill.
We certainly can't let that buzzard live.
Pay attention,
And if they make something big, we've got the Dark Iron Dwarf as well to help us out there.
No problem.
So we really need to get our guys out on the board here now. That was definitely a nice turn for us though.
Do you need a blessing?
For house green! For house green!
So we run into a multi-shot. I really expect him to have something like a multi-shot here. Given, you know, he had 5 mana last turn and just did nothing with it. So I'm fine with that. That's a good result, really. So there are a bunch of different secrets this could be. And the main ones being Snipe and Explosive Trap.
More training?
For house green!
So let's play around the Explosive Trap first. Freezing Trap? Explosive Trap it is.
Squire, attend me!
Ready, sir.
It seems our opponent's just holding cards in his hand just to try and draw a card. That's probably a snake trap. So we're actually going to silence the buzzard here, because that could you know, why else would he do that if it's not a snake trap? That's kind of my thoughts on the matter.
Your magic shall not save you.
Let's see whether it is another explosive trap. Well, if it is,
If you insist.
I guess we take it out.
For house green!
Yep, another explosive trap it is. So, played around that fine.
To battle!
Just right. Grip full of cards. We might win this one from
Give me
here.
a quest.
Yeah, that does nothing.
Pandaria will be ours.
Doesn't do anything. And against Mighty Gorehowl.
Ruktar Ogre!
Made to fit.
Die, mage.
Battle!
So he can't win from here. 6 cards against 4 with all of this. especially with Spellbreaker and stuff like that. I think it's just absolutely nothing you can do to get back in this game.
Eyes are open.
So we're just sat here waiting for the inevitable. He has way too much removal. He put basically no pressure on me at all, and I've just like spent the entire game outdrawing him. And so I'm just going to make big guy after big guy. And eventually he's going to make a really small beast and cry. Doesn't help you. You can't attack that. The other guy has taunt. You have to attack it. Wow. I mean, that is just awful, isn't it? Really bad.
My shield for Argus!
Shields up!
Yep, this one is over. Thanks for playing.
The gates are open.
Your magic shall not save you.
So we only did well because our opponent had quite a slow deck. I think we do struggle against the faster decks in the format, but I think we'll do okay against the mages because we've just got lots of big guys. You know, mages can't like 3-for-1 us and 4-for-1 us with their AoE spells. I do think we will probably struggle against Warlock and, you know, the fast rogue decks if they're still around. Well, let's test out my theory against Mage.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
Well, we're going second again. We're keeping the Corcoran Elite because it's got charge. And you need cards like that going second. Burn me for one. And what he could possibly be thinking about. Let's get the Demolisher online anyway. See if we can do 2 damage with it for the first time ever. You know, like, lots of people really love to demolish it. It very rarely actually does anything. Oh, it's a secret! Not sure we have a play this turn. I don't really want to whip my Demolisher into shape here. I don't want to attack into a Vaporize. I don't really want to make a guy that he copies. So we're just going to play around Vaporize for this turn.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Yeah, of course you hit the player, of course. Why wouldn't you hit the player? So next turn we could, you know, certainly like whip.
I wonder.
Just trying to work out what he could have. You know, if he, I don't want to put a great guy out there in case he copies it. But at the same time, I don't really want to whip this Demolisher. Well, I think we just got to go ahead and
My
do this.
shield for Argus.
Yep.
My shield for Argus.
Fen Creeper seems a solid enough pick here, and so does the Squire. We
Ready,
can
sir.
make ourselves a 4-1 Squire next turn if we whip it. Take out one of his big guys.
Get behind me.
And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Back to work.
If you insist.
To battle.
If he Flame Strikes, we're going to put a guy out that survives a Flame Strike. And then we can heal him up after the Flame Strike. And maybe also follow it up with the Cochran Elite. Mages, nothing if not predictable.
My eyes are open. For the war chief. For Hellscream.
Flame Strike number 2. Or are you boned?
Give me a quest.
You're boned! Why, thank you. I'm really tempted to draw lots of cards here.
One shot, one kill.
How'd you feel now? Eh? Do you like them apples?
Ready to ride. Taste my steel. For Hellscream. Of course.
Do you need a blessing?
You appear to be on 3, sir. I appear to have 1,000,000 guys. Oh, and by the way, I'm heroic striking your face next turn. Do you like the sound of that? I do. Does nothing. Whee! Winner! That's our daily win with the warrior quest done. Two to blot. Let's see how many wins we can get before bad things happen to us. I can't imagine that many wins, to be honest. You know, there is a definite weakness in that our deck's a little bit on the expensive side, but
Garrosh versus Uther.
if everyone keeps playing mage, I think we'll do alright.
Victory or death!
Wow, this is just like perfect for us. It's like 3 cheap spells, and we've just got expensive cards, you know, coming off the top of the deck every turn.
Greetings.
Okay, you've made a 2-3. Don't follow it up with a Direwolf Alpha, please.
Shields up.
That will make me sad. That makes me happy, however.
Reporting for duty.
That makes me very happy.
I got this.
May my ancestors watch over me.
You call that a win?
So we now have a 4-4. Are you going to make your true silver champion? It's generally what happens at this point.
Follow the rules.
Okay. Not as bad as it could have been.
Done.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
If we can get this Gore Howl online before he starts crushing me, that'll be great. And our deck doesn't fall apart to Consecration like a lot of decks do. You know, we got a lot of sort of meaty, solid guys here.
Let me think.
So it might well be the Mercenary next turn, and then Gore Howl the turn after, you know, because the 7-6, we just use Gore Howl to punch through whatever gets in the way of it.
I must move quickly.
Reporting for duty.
So given he's done this, I think we can just get this guy online here.
Charge forward!
To battle!
Can't rely on the Demolisher to stay alive, so...
Tusker. Suck steel.
So this looks like being still Gore Howl, and then the turn after, you know, if my 2/3's still around, the Mercenary just, you know, getting right in there. No, that's fine, concentration. Yeah. Cool. Still got my guys.
Reporting justice demands retribution.
Again, this turn changes because of what we just drew there.
My eyes are open.
Done.
Just keeping all of our guys out of consecration range again. That's why I traded off the 1/1 there.
To Northrend.
Meh.
I feel icky.
Takes out the right card. How lucky! Just what we wanted. You have an ooze. You've been holding on to some cards. Not bad. But if my Demolisher shoots it, that's
In
bad
the
times
light's
for you. How lucky! I'm so good at this game.
One shot, one kill.
I'm killing this now. I mean, I could just play the 4 and the 5, but
You gotta be kidding me!
I don't want him to be able to play Blessing of Kings and, you know, smash my Demolisher in the face. Oh, really? Really, game? You're gonna hang up on me here? Are we waiting? Oh, that's a relief. Nothing was going on. What's going on here? Nothing's happening. He just wasn't looking at his cards.
Pandaria will be owned.
Yeah, you're boned. Because my Demolisher's doing the business here, so... Four, 11, 12, 13. Do we go to his face? Sure. Sure we do.
I'll give it a shot.
For the war chief! For Hellscream!
With this weapon in our hands, you know, he's on 5.
My thanks.
He's going to gain 6 life. Why would you play Holy Light? It's such a bad card. Such a bad card. How lucky! And Demolisher just keeps doing the business.
I'll give it a shot.
How you
Yet more big guys. Pretty certain this one's over. Yes, it is. It is.
Back to work.
So 3-0. A good start. We can all agree on that one. Nothing particularly special about my deck. It's just good cards. Deck. Sure, we're going to be getting some losses though. This isn't a 9-0. It's not good enough. It doesn't have any bomb-tastic things happening.
Victory or death.
I guess we keep. We're going to keep this Worgen in stealth until it actually kills something. I mean, we can always kill it by, you know, giving it +2 and beating up a big guy if the mage doesn't do anything.
I smell
And the mage might sort of panic and think that we have a particularly fast deck when he sees something like this. He's thinking about coining to get that old +1 power. I would really like it if he did that.
My magic will tear you apart.
Congrats, you found the taunt button.
My magic will
You're
tear
gonna
you
know, okay, I'm just
apart.
gonna squelch you. So, you know, you can do that for as long as you want now. I won't hear it. Ooh! What favours off the top of the deck.
first kill.
Lets my Worgen take something out. So next turn, Heroic Strike whatever he plays, and the turn after turn my 2/2 into a 4/2. If he doesn't make anything next turn, then we just play out the Warsong Commander, obviously, and then beat him up with Knights the turn after.
What to do? What to do?
Mages generally don't have that many things to do in the early game. Frostbolt is fine. So, let's just hope this guy sticks for a turn. If he does, really bad things are happening to the mage. Really, really, really bad things.
What to do? What to do?
Oh.
Get behind.
Hooray! And this is the kind of bad thing I'm talking about.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Battle.
If you insist.
So he's losing the tempo, you know, I'm killing his guy, making another guy, having a bit left over on the side. The guy's still alive though.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Battle.
If you insist.
And he's still a turn away from his Flame Strike. So if he doesn't deal with that 2/2 this turn... It's World of Pain time.
I wonder.
Because this is going to be dealing 6 damage due to the battle cry, and then with all of these, and then just finish him off with Gore Howl. It's kind of why I don't like the mage deck. I think if you build a deck correctly, you shouldn't auto lose to mage. You know, if you build your deck badly, like mages crush you because they just flame strike and you lose like 5 guys. Polymorph? What? Yeah, he's looking at my 2/2, really wanting to polymorph it. That is exactly what he's doing.
Time runs out on me.
I guarantee that's a polymorph. Could it be a fireball? Oh, same thing, isn't it? So let's think about this turn. We can hit him for 8, put him to 10. Gore Howl puts him to 3, and after a Flame Strike, a little bit struggling after that. Don't think we're doing that much this turn, to be honest.
If you insist.
I think we just sit on what we've got in hand. I don't think we need to force that extra 2 points through with the Dark Iron Dwarf if he does have a Flame Strike. And if he just makes guys, we can play Gore Howl out and beat up his guys. Yep, so we've done that one right. Happy enough with how that went. How lucky!
The king! You call that a honor.
My deck loves me today, doesn't it? If there was a card you wanted to draw off the top of your deck right there, that would be it. My opponent is probably really hating the fact I've just savagely outplayed him. So he's desperately looking for an answer now, and he's not going to find it. He is dead at this point. He's on one. No, he's not. He's dead. Well, yeah. I mean, he's dead, but he just doesn't know it.
Your magic shall not save you. For honor.
What you doing? What are you doing? I really hope he flame strikes again and goes, yes! I've finally stabilized. Yep, you're dead.
Well played.
Whee! And that is how you play around mages. They're not so scary when you know what you're doing. 4-0. Even if I end up 4-3 at this point, I think we've all learnt something from this video. But mage is definitely the new rogue. Everyone loves playing mage. I won't. I would ever, you'll never see me play a mage. We might struggle here against a warlock. Warlocks are generally pretty fast.
Victory or death!
I want to keep hold of the Yeti because the 5 toughness is really important for 4 mana.
I fear.
Yep, that's getting a whirlwind. You gonna pass the turn? Have you got a wisp as well or something here? Just trying to work out why we were still waiting for him there.
Why do you call?
Double Void Walker. As I said. They're usually pretty fast.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Shields up!
Of course.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
So that lets us back into the game a little bit, because it's such a weak 4-drop there. Don't you wish you had your whirlwind now, Graham? You know, we can't afford to, like, battle rage here and draw cards.
You call that a weapon?
2-drop? How lucky! This game loves me, doesn't it?
Made to fit. Strike.
That was precisely what we needed at that moment. Very nice. Pretty sure my 2-3 is dying this turn though.
So many possibilities.
He's now realised he can't go for me, which is, you know, what he wanted to do, was just carry on attacking me.
Your magic shall not save you.
This is it's still okay for us.
You call that a weapon?
Strike.
He pretty much should just start attacking me at this point, I think. But like I said, you know, against the faster decks, we're definitely always going to be struggling.
For the crusade!
Ready, sir.
We've never had an opportunity to actually draw cards with this battle rage because we're having to spend all our mana just trying to stay in the game. You know, when you go in second, against a faster deck, you're always on the defensive, and sometimes it's just an unwinnable game because of that. He really wants to play guys out this turn.
So many
I hear you got a problem.
That's a pretty good drop. I don't think we'll be equipping a 2/2 weapon this turn. Do, however, think we'll be dying horribly. Pretty much. We probably need to draw some cards.
to battle!
Well, gives us a little bit of an answer, doesn't it? Doesn't it indeed? We take this guy out.
Do you need a blessing?
If you insist.
My shield for Argus.
Job done.
Quite good, quite good. That probably irritated him considerably there.
My eyes are open. May my ancestors watch over me.
You should have live tapped at the start of the turn instead of the end there. So we have to kill everything this turn. So he's got one guy we need to deal with here that we can't deal with. So
What now?
we're taking 2 from that. Pretty unavoidable, unfortunately.
Your magic shall not save you.
Yep. Definitely have to take that out there.
Into the breach!
Such a struggle this game when you go second, isn't it? How lucky! Yep, that doesn't help us. So we lose this one, but you know, we gave it a good go. But we were so close. You know, I mean, look at this. Look how close we were, like literally a point of damage.
Die, mage.
Sucks.
Well
It was a good fight. Wasn't to be. Not really surprising. I think if we'd gone first we would have won, because we're just making bigger guys. But, you know, so it was just whoever won the coin flip won that game. But I was just on the defensive way too much. But you did see, like, I was only in that game because on turn 4 he made a Gnomish Engineer, he made a 2-4, and on my turn 4 I made a 4-5. If he'd made anything like a 4-4 or 4-5 Yeti on his turn 4, he would have crushed me.
Victory or death!
And so all these people who really like Gnomish Engineer, don't take it. It's a terrible card when you build your deck right. We're going to throw the Battle Rage back. It doesn't really help us. This might be another loss here. I mean, we kind of need the Spellbreak and we need the Weaponsmith. That's nice, I'm glad he wasted that turn. So I think we have to pop this silence, right? Well, we could pop the Stormwind Knight. The Weaponsmith doesn't help us either because of this guy.
I wonder.
Yeah, I think that's okay, actually.
Try this.
Strike.
Demolisher I'm absolutely fine with.
That was a mistake.
We just silence the Demolisher and then ignore it.
Your magic shall not save you.
It's generally what happens to all Demolishers, they just get ignored. Thanks for wasting your turn 3 on a 1-3 when you could have had a 4-3. Lots of options here. We could silence the Demolisher again. We could attack the 2-5, throw this out to heal back up, and then finish off the 2-5 with the weapon. But we kind of want to use all our mana this turn, so maybe looking like another. That seems pretty weak, doesn't it? Another one of these, surely. Feels like I should be saving that for something good, right? Yeah, I actually like that play.
My eyes are open.
The more I think about it, I think that's okay.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Do I have to?
My shield for Argus!
Well, now we are getting a silence.
Your magic shall not save you.
Of course.
Shields up! Die, mage.
Bring me steel. The Frost Wolves stand ready.
That's fine with me. It's going to be a painful turn, but it's got to be done.
I got this.
Next turn, Commander, Stormwind Knights.
I feel icky. Charge forward.
I smell blood. Ruktar First kill.
Oh, yet another Hellfire. Well, same thing, really. So again, we see what happens when you go second against fast decks. Played it perfectly, but, you know, maybe we could have saved a silence, but I don't think we could have. We did everything we could there. And it didn't help that our opponents actually knew what they were doing. But again, I think if we'd gone first, we would have won. So, you know, 4-2 instead of 6-0, basically on losing the coin flip at the start of the game.
Victory or death!
Going second again. I'm going to keep the Battle Rage because we're against a Paladin, and generally there's damaged minions because they make a lot of 1/1s.
Reporting for duty. Back to work.
Okay, that's nice.
Reporting for duty. No problem.
We could coin into the Corcoran Elite here, which I think is a reasonable choice actually.
War Chief! For Hellscream!
Someone call for the doctor. Someone call for the doctor.
We might win this if he carries on doing this.
No problem! For Hellscream!
I'm fine trading my 4-1 with his 1-1 here.
Reporting for duty.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Eyes are open.
So we'll see Blessing of Kings at some point from him. But if we can get this Gore Howl online,
The gates are open.
I'll be feeling a lot better. Interesting choices here to make.
Your magic shall not save you.
Of course.
I like this one the best because I want to use the Gore Howl to take out the Lord of the Arena. And you know, and if he wants to 2-for-1, then yeah, this is also fine. No, it's still a 2-for-1, so. Like, taking 10 damage here is completely irrelevant. It's just more important to get his guys off the board. Sets me up for a consecration, but it's like, meh.
You call that a weapon?
And this is also pretty meh, to be honest. Let's use this opportunity to draw some cards. Again, we're just going to keep his guys off the board. Don't let him have any kind of board position. You know, 8 cards in hand, so not really fearing anything.
Bring me steel.
We're going to win the long game. Again, you know, not really doing anything.
Your magic shall not save you.
Of course.
For the king! For honor!
I think he knows this one has escaped from his grasp. That is fine. all so fine. Doesn't do anything.
Reporting for duty.
What you looking at?
My shield for Argus.
Taroga!
Honor.
Never let a paladin have a minion for a turn. A bit late for that, son. He should have cast a Hammer of Wrath first, because he might have drawn a good card.
Well played.
My thanks, man.
Bow! Pow right in the kisser. Five and 2. 5 and 2. And we went second again there, so you know, when you're playing against decks that aren't that well designed, you can overcome coming second. But not so much against the sort of really fast, like this one, to be honest. You know, this, you know, like we're just struggling because we don't have those fiery war axes. But we got lucky. We got lucky with our opening hand, so we have a lot of game here. A lot of game indeed. Wow. Yeah, definitely. Gonna waste your coin on turn 1? They love wasting their coin on turn 1. What's it gonna be? So happy I'm going first against Shaman. You don't want to go second against him when you've got a slow deck. Oh, he so wants to waste his coin putting a 3-2 out.
More training?
Train me! So he's going to coin a 3-3 or something like that.
Locked and loaded.
Okay.
Ready to ride. Taste my steel.
Strike.
I'm going to do that because there's a couple of shamanistic abilities that do damage to do different minions.
My shield for Argus.
Strike.
And we can have a 2-6 and basically heal it up to really sort of keep the tempo going in our direction. That was a nice draw. That was definitely a nice draw.
What now?
Best way to go about this.
Strike.
Into the breach!
Eyes stop that! I must choose!
Just keep this annoying 2-5 with Taunt alive.
I wonder.
So he's hoping for the spell power totem here. Yep, and oh, okay. I think he's realised I don't have weapons. Damn it.
Of course.
Strike.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Let's just build the board position up. You know, there's a few rares for Shaman that let them do sort of 2 to 3 damage to everything on the board, but you know, if they've got it, they've got it. We can't play around everything.
Try this.
Of course.
You insist.
So again, because our opponent's got loads of cards in hand, we have to focus on getting the board position and just sort of trying to overwhelm him before he can use his card advantage. And obviously, the longer the game goes on, like, his totems are way more useful than my 2 armor.
What you looking at?
So we're gonna... yeah, we're gonna spell break that. About to say we're gonna save for this for when he taunts.
Your magic shall
But,
not.
you know, he's gone ahead and done that, so...
If you insist.
I smell.
You know, when someone spends their entire turn making one big guy, they set themselves up for this, where I can just use one card and, you know, make his turn irrelevant. So he's on 1 life now, because of the weapon in my hand. How lucky!
Well played. For the war chief! For Hell's Greed!
Sucks. Steals. Why?
If you insist.
Deck just loves doing the business. I think we would have won anyway without that, you know. Winner! 6-2. One more win to go to reach the hallowed. You may have another go of 7 wins and 150 gold. You know, I think our 2 losses were pretty tough.
Kerash versus Valera.
Watch your
You know, games that could have gone either way.
Victory or death!
Going second with this hand. Yeah. We could throw the Dark Iron Dwarf back, but... So if my opponent makes a 2-1, we just coin out the Cruel Taskmaster. Yes, we do. Coin that bad boy out and just get it off the board.
Work!
And it's a 2-2, so it doesn't die to his weapon.
Mind if I roll need?
Does he have a turn 3 play?
I hope you like my invention.
No, he doesn't. So we gotta play this, because if it's still alive next turn, we smash him in the face.
Wanna blow something up?
Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. How lucky.
This is our town, scrub.
I think he might have screwed up a little bit there, not taking me out when he could.
For the well song!
Job done.
Yep. The best weapon in the game. So we're now going to lose to this. What are you doing? Wow, you're super bad. You're just super, super bad. That is an awful, awful play.
Ready, sir. If you insist.
I just can't believe what a bad play that was. Wow, why didn't you take my 2-1 out? What are you doing? And suddenly he's like, oh yeah! Oh yeah, I should have took your big guy out, shouldn't I?
Scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
For the king!
I'm made to fit.
To battle!
For honor.
Wow, this rogue, that's gonna cost him. I mean, obviously, you know, he's still got an assassin's blade,
must
so,
cleanse
you know,
the
and like
Sunwell.
multiple Defias ringleaders, so that's fine, you know, his deck is just completely forgiving. He's like, lol, doesn't matter that I play bad.
You call that a wet.
Strike.
blood and plunder.
Demolisher's done its job. Absorbed 6 points of damage there.
Done. Try this. Don't mess.
Sure, I'm glad my opponent's really bad at this game. If I was playing his deck, I would have won as the rogue. I mean, I'm not saying he still won't. He's still more than capable of winning from here.
I usually.
Ooh.
Suck, steal, swine.
Assassinate? I mean, really want to. Woohoo! How lucky! Turns out when your opponents are bad, you win games. That was... I just really didn't expect to get back into that game, and for some reason he didn't bother killing my guy who enables my entire deck. Oh yeah, that guy who gives charge to all your other minions. Yeah, we won't bother with him. And then I just go, oh, guy, smash your guys. And he's like, turn later, yeah, I think I'll kill that minion now because I realise what it's done. It's let you win. He won't be doing that again, I guarantee. So at this point, I don't care. I just don't care. I'm going to keep this hand, you know. I just don't care. I got my 7 wins. I don't think I was going to get to 7 wins with my slow deck. I'm just so happy.
I greet you. Greetings.
Summoning portal open.
That's fine.
Shields up.
We can do some whippings next turn.
Why do you call?
Now this is interesting because we can attack and just draw tons and tons of cards. We lose some board position, but I don't know.
What
I mean,
now?
Well, do we Cruel Taskmaster, take out the 1/3, and just, you know, just leave it off for a turn. I think we just need to focus on getting this dealt with. We could attack and then whip his guy afterwards if we don't want to take the additional damage.
Back to work.
Let's just go ahead and whip.
I got this.
It was tempting to draw 1, 2, what would have been 4 cards there, but we just need the board position here. You know, we can't let ourselves get behind. And there's going to be another opportunity to draw at least 3 cards.
So many possibilities.
And that's why the Yeti's so good. As you saw there, you know, it trades 2 for 1. And it allows him to sort of make the first guy. However, that card does nothing.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
Quite good, quite good.
Well played.
To battle!
Oh, no 2-drops. Savage. Absolutely savage. I took that opportunity simply because not too much on the board to threaten us here. Oh, well, we know what's happening when he does that. Don't we? So at this point we are just going to be throwing big guys onto the board.
I greet you.
Really don't want this to be a spell breaker, but I'm thinking we should take out the... Yeah, I think we'll just go with him for this turn.
Ready, sir.
I think that's enough. We definitely need to hold on to the Spellbreaker for something good. That's nice. I'm glad he's not spending 7 mana improving the board.
Do I have to?
That was a mistake.
Yep. We can have a nice whirlwind here.
Possibilities.
Take this annoying blood imp off the board.
Almost out of time.
He's thinking about this, either destroying his guy.
It's time for a little blood.
Yep.
What now?
Forward!
If you insist.
Yeah. Hellfire. 3 damage to everything.
Your magic shall not save you.
I guess not.
Let the pain speak to me.
Pretty sure we just ignore that rather than silencing it. It doesn't do anything. He has probably something there that he maybe could have cast. Ooh, but this changes a lot. It certainly changes a lot. I mean, I'm tempted to put the Defender of Argus in the middle this turn.
I wonder.
I'm also tempted to just go ahead. Seems much better. Yeah, we've got control of the board back. And an opponent didn't make a bomb, you know, I think he would have made a bomb last turn if he'd had one. And now the Defender of Argus just, you know, horribly gets in the way.
For the king!
Do you need a blessing?
My shield for Argus.
For the welfare! For honor!
Wonder if he has a Juraxis.
I wonder.
I'll get right on it.
Destroy a minion.
Your magic shall not save you.
Okay.
Almost out of time.
Should have live tapped again at the start of the turn before he did everything else. So he's left with a 4-3 and a 3-2. Here we go. 1-4, 1-4-5, 1-3-5. I mean, this guy just gets eaten. We go to his face. Do we just ignore him and go to his face? Try and race him at this point? I think that would be a bad idea.
I wonder.
For honor!
Into the breach.
I'm looking at that Demolisher and it's just looking a bit sexier now, actually.
You gotta be kidding me! Engaging TC-130.
Of course, the 7-6. Of course. I mean, why would it be anything but that? Must be nice. Like, don't bother with the 2-1 or the 2-2. This game, it's like, that's 2 days in a row now he's had a 25% chance of boning me and has managed it. This game is ridiculous. You really want to do that? I mean, obviously it's fine.
What now? First kill.
For honor.
Oops! Should have played the Armor Smith out first. What was I thinking?
Your magic shall not save you.
I was just so angry at him taking the 7-6. You know, that's, we end up losing the game because of that, and I let it affect me. So should have had 2 extra armor.
Do I have to?
Locked and loaded.
What does the future
Yeah, of course, you know, of course you just make all these guys. Because I had to deal with the 7-6 in the most ridiculous way.
Strike.
There's critical damage I've got on him next turn if he doesn't realise it. That 2 armor might come to bite me in the ass. Yeah, like, it's probably the one thing about
Engaging TC-130.
the game I actually don't like, like the randomness. Wow, really? No, he's not stupid. Still had a few outs there. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I think we just go to his face here and try and kill him, surely.
Your magic shall not save you.
If he can deal me 11, I'm on 12. Oh man, if he plays a card that does 1 or 2 damage to me, oh, I am going to scream so hard. I'll actually mute the microphone first, so you guys don't have to worry.
That was a mistake.
Maybe he wasn't expecting me to go for him.
They are bent to my command.
Wow.
well played?
Wow. I should have won that game so much easier than I did there. That mind control tech. Just go, oh, just take your 6-7. You can keep your 2-1 and your 2-2 and your 2-5. I'll have your 6-7. This game is just ridiculous sometimes. And then I tried really hard to punt afterwards by not playing the Armor Smith out. Luckily I saw the kill when it was offered. Woo! 8-2. What a result. Now a lot of people at 8-2 actually quit now because they don't want the 9 wins. They don't want the extra booster. They don't want the random terrible gold card.
Garrosh versus Uther.
You know, you get more gold for 8 wins than 9 wins.
Victory or death!
So with that in mind, I don't care whether I win or lose here. It's all 3 of my cheap cards. All 4 of my cheap cards. Whirlwind with Young Priestess. Not the greatest combo in the world.
More training?
I'm not going to play the archer out this turn.
Wanna blow something up?
Sad times. Sad times indeed. Well, we've got the Whirlwind Battle Rage combo going. So we've got a potential to draw like 4 cards or something a bit later. Must be nice.
Reporting for duty.
I think now's a good time to draw some cards. Spicy.
One shot.
So we are still in this game. He might even attack my 1/1 Demolisher here. Actually, I'm pretty certain he will, unless he's got a Consecration.
What does the future hold? Reporting for duty.
So much going on here. So much going on here. It's like, how do you decide? So, Wolf Rider and Direwolf Alpha seems the value.
Ready to ride. Taste my steel.
Give it a shot.
Quite good, quite good.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty.
And the army of bad monsters continues from the other side of the board. Oh, we could give something a whipping here.
Try this.
Back to work.
As I said in an earlier video, never let paladins finish with a minion on the board if you can help it, because they just go Blessing of Kings in. That is very annoying. Pretty sure we'll see a Consecrate here if he has one.
Follow the rules.
Yep. That definitely. Oh, okay. Definitely thought that would say Consecrate following up there. What? Didn't happen. So, good times.
No problem.
Feeling pretty good at this point.
For the war chief.
I'm gonna put it this side.
Watch this.
For Hellscream.
Because I just want to dump this guy in the middle here and protect my wolf. You know, which is why I was doing like the one less damage by not putting it on the other side of the wolf there. Because we're also going to want to put the Feng Creeper on the other side here. It's a secret. That's fine. You draw some cards with your terrible cards. I will instead make some amazing cards.
Charge forward.
So, let us see whether he has. Yes. Terrible card. You can have your terrible card. I think trading here is fine. We don't get beaten up by Consecration as much there by doing that. If we make this a 4-2, it's just like another guy we lose.
The light protects me.
Well, you're taking 10, so... taking 12! So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to ignore your guys.
For the king! For honor! Watch this!
I got this.
A point short, sad times. No reason to do anything here? I guess we can make more guards. Sure, why not? You'll go with your big one life. So this was looking a bit ropey, I think. What was that? 3 and 2? Was it? 4 and 2? Yeah, it was 4-0, then 4 and 2. So it's looking a bit ropey for a while, but we have recovered.
Put your faith in the light.
Does nothing.
Reporting for duty.
Does literally nothing. In fact, we don't even have to waste this guy.
I got this.
Victory.
Yep, he's conceded. I was still trying to be optimal with my trades, even though he was dead. Anyway guys, thanks for checking out another of my videos. I hope you're starting to get an idea now of what you need to do well in the arena. I mean, I wasn't that convinced at starting this video I'd get anywhere close to 9 wins. But not a bad little result there, 240 gold. So back over the magic 1000 gold, and we now have 18 packs to open, which I'll get round to when I finally start playing constructed. That's not going to happen for some time. as you can see, I'm a novice at constructed. I've not played a single game. But in the arena, of course, I'm a grandmaster. So thanks a lot for checking us out, and see you all next time.